This simulation looks at the ability of the planned Northrop Grumman RQ-4N Broad Area Maritime Surveillance Platform to conduct operations in support of activity around the Horn of Africa in relation to safeguarding merchant shipping in the region. This simulation was developed in AGSI's Harpoon 3 Professional software and transferred to Satellite Toolkit from AGI International. This simulation supports four main functions. The first function is an ability for policymakers to understand the implications for bringing this type of technology into the region in operations against a range of different threats. The second aspect of the simulation is an ability for operational personnel to understand the risks and the threats associated with maritime traffic in the region and the potential for interdiction by a range of different assets. The third aspect of this simulation is an ability to illustrate for analysis the reach and capability of planned sensors in the BAMS platform to enable an appreciation of the efficiency and effectiveness of the sensor mixes. Fourthly, from a tactical perspective, the opportunity exists to also analyse what are the potential reaction possibilities to interdiction threats should they be identified. The possibility also exists to look at a range of capabilities to meet those threats, ranging from fitting out the BAMS platform with some sort of organic response to threats, working out the issues associated with land-based responses to those threats should they be detected, also the risks and timeliness of afloat organic assets, be it aircraft or helicopters, on the carrier or associated DDGs, and finally the threat response for a major threat from weapons embarked on assets like the DDGs. The analysis undertaken from the scenario produced in Harpoon 3 Professional provides for a range of different outcomes, with the artificial intelligence component of Harpoon 3 Professional providing differences in responses to maritime traffic transiting the region and the timeliness of the detection of that threat by the BAMS platform, and then issues that can be addressed off-board in terms of reviewing the options available to tactical managers in terms of retasking the BAMS platform in flight, or looking at calling for additional external assets to provide support. In the lower left hand corner you can see 4 assets that have known positions or times and courses that the Satellite Toolkit enables advanced scheduling to be conducted to support BAMS route planning, and the component from Harpoon 3 Professional that is not otherwise available is the ability of Harpoon 3 Professional to develop interaction by adversaries in an automated and regulated fashion against those nominal merchant targets. This type of activity is very valuable, especially in the development of the options for employment of assets like BAMPs, how many of the BAMPs type assets would be deployed, what complementary or what supplementary assets would also be needed to ensure that not only is the coverage of the merchant traffic within the region adequate, but the ability to provide response options should adverse outcomes appear to be inevitable, to enable the safety of the maritime traffic within the region to be guaranteed. It can also be used to identify where areas are less likely to be able to be interdicted against a range of different threat types, be it from smaller vessels or larger trawler fishing type platforms. The synergy between Harpoon 3 Professional and the satellite toolkit is such that very cost-effective solutions to challenging situations and policy objectives can be readily illustrated and provided to a range of different users such that they all share a common picture.